In this video, we're looking at Danshu from Gyokko Ryu. We'll show you points to make it all easier, how the kata would look like off of punches, and how to adapt it for use with Hanbo and on the ground.
The low grab here, which is kind of unique to this kata. The punch coming, blocking, hitting, coming back, rolling this up and over to kind of trap him right there. Pressure on this arm. Here, here. Notice how I'm kind of really going back. Leaning back here. Notice the angle of my body. As I go forward and hit, I'm actually going to switch that position to here. It's almost like I'm going from an Ishimonji to a Jumonji. Notice I'm actually turning my body. I'm actually rocking back. I've turned 90 degrees with my torso. I now have that downward pressure on him over his toes. So when I put that there, that then crumbles the whole thing. So you guys do well. It's coming off over here. As I come forward with this and I get this weight, this pressure is kind of driving his shoulders right in front of his toes. So I kind of have an arm bar, but I kind of don't have the break yet because of the position. But what's going to happen is I take that knee out. Now the break's going to appear because that pressure of his legs being stable is holding that arm bar from happening. Once this goes, that arm bar arrives. So there really isn't a lot of work to get that arm bar. Once this is gone, that's right there now. So let's have a little bit of fun with this. For 1, 2. So now I'm getting here. I'm actually going to step forward and get this leg. I'm going to buckle this leg and then break the arm down this way. So here, here, got this on. So I'm going to take this and then break the arm here. Leslie actually picked up on a really cool aspect of this that I haven't thought about in a very, very long time. It's like if he grabs me, okay, and he punches and I move aside, the tendency is that this arm is pulled to here. All right, notice this is kind of in the front. And so as I try to go do this whole thing, I don't have it, doesn't work, or his hand slides off the front of me, okay? So as this happens, I realize this is pulled back. I'm gonna actually throw that back in to get his hand on the back of my tricep. So then as I go in now, I actually have a pretty comfy, easy roll. Very tough when he's out here, kind of in front of my arm, to get that hand to roll. It's just gonna turn in my sleeve. So the ability to be here, realize, oh crap, it's too far outside. Now, I can go back. Now I'm happy. Major things about this is using fulcrums. All right, and this is something that translates to everything that we do. I harp on this all the time in the black belt class. You know, this grab, this is a fulcrum. Okay, and this only works here for him. Okay, because Matt wants me here, roughly around this area, to hold me here so he can punch me. Okay, but if I adjust my position to the fulcrum, that punch doesn't work now. If I move the fulcrum, that doesn't work now. Okay? So we gotta recognize that and train for that so that when something happens, something grabs, whoa, I changed my position, I moved it. So now that next punch is tough. You understand what I'm saying? So this is a weird fulcrum too, because usually it'll be grabbed down here. And usually you think from this position, this is gonna be one hell of an armbar with a lot of muscle. But really just move it, straighten them out, and you can put in there fairly easily if you know the body dynamics. Okay, so let's look at this a little bigger. He's gonna throw up this left, move off to the side from my right hand forward. All right, so I'm not doing this, I'm doing this. As that next one comes in, I'm gonna hit him then. Right back in. So that fulcrum is now here. So as he pulls it back, I'm gonna follow it. Still here. Catch it. So, very easy to get caught up in the circularity of this all though, isn't it? Right? So Lauren's coming here, I'm moving over here, he comes like, geez, oh my God, shoot. And I just happen to find my way into it. Very easy to get caught up in that. So let's look at it from a higher level now. I'm over here, boom. I know that as he pulls this arm back to punch me, that's going over there. Let that arm come through, right? Obviously. And I want to chase. So do I want to go all the way over here to get that arm? Well, I could. That may be the timing. That's what we've been doing. But what if I happen to stop Lauren from having that arm come forward, hence leaving this arm not as far back? So I'm just going to kind of go forward, hit him. He's going to put that arm right in me. Then I have all the rest things that I can do. So the only change you're gonna make is once you get over here, and please get over here like this, not like this. Like this. Notice I'm almost kind of on the same line as him. As this arm clears, I'm just gonna put this hand right up to his head. I'm gonna take a step forward to my left. This will fall right into your arm. Then we can turn, take him off. Do whatever we want. It's more here. It's more traditional. Right? He's gonna come with that next one. I'm gonna face this way. Right back in it. Boom, boom, boom. So what I'm doing here is I am changing my line. I'm not going directly back into him. So watch where I'm here, facing Matt. All right, I understand that Matt's gonna be coming around this way, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna still move forward, but I'm gonna move forward at that angle. So as he comes in, I'm gonna move this way. Still clocking him in the head. So this is still a straight shot, but his head's moving over there, right? So as that happens, I'm just gonna drop that hand, get it, and then I'm back into it here. Okay, so one more time. One. We're going to switch back to kind of a classical version here. We're kind of starting from this point in time. So this is another Henka from the classical. We'll go back to more of the kind of modern punches in a second. But boom, here, as I go onto this, I'm actually, as this kicks, I'm going to... Right, so say boom, boom, hit, and that, then the kick. Okay, so I'm actually going to almost try to break the arm before the kick. Without breaking the arm. So 1, 2, boom, boom. Driving right into that.
Yep.
Now it'll help hold in place too, because the arm is broken. And then out, and then the broken arm. Okay, this is kind of more the bomb hand aspect of it. So as you're here now, we saw this in Danshu where we had the hit. All right, so now this is 1, boom, boom, boom. 2 hits real quick. Boom, boom.
Yep.
So now back to kind of the modern stuff. Matt's going to throw that left. Boom. He's going to throw that right. Now we're going to get it from this side. Okay? Now, again, looks like I'm moving a ton. I'm really not. 1. As Matt comes forward, this hand is going to go right to his head. So it's similar to this. I'm just using the other arm. This is going to go right to his head. I'm going to almost push him into this position. Now I'm already here. Great. Okay? It's really straightforward. Boom. Boom. I'm using a line to beat a circle. Okay? Circles beat lines, lines beat circles. Do you all see it? If this comes, Lauren throws that punch, and I get over here, I'm not doing this. There's no way. That punch is going to be so rounded, there's no way I'm going to get that. So if anything, I'm actually playing this a little bit more back to force a straighter punch. Right? This doesn't make sense. You may round this a little bit, but it's not going to be some big looper. I could even actually go move it back in here, and now it's definitely a straight punch, which we can come back in and hit. All right, so the straighter the punch that I have coming at me, the easier it will be. All right, so let's set that up. So don't go here. That's a rounded punch. Now, he could turn his hips and throw a quick cross, and this would be very tough to deal with. My guess is that's probably coming in from a more rounded position. I'm going to actually place a little further back. So as he comes in, okay. Now, as you picked up on this, his head is what puts the arm in place and what gets half the roll on this. It's not me, okay? So if I don't come far enough with this shot to the head, the arm doesn't roll. I want you to watch his arm as I move his head. You see how that affected everything? So I needed this to go through him to be able to get to here. So I'm not just touching his head, I'm actually blowing through his head. So this leaves me this arm to play with. So I'm here, old man, cup of cane. He grabs, I gotta get out of the way. Oh my God. Okay. This is why I was harping so much on the hip turn. Because in this one, if you look, I really can't get my elbow up. All right? I can't do this. I'm not doing this. This is here. This is all because my hip is turning. Now my elbow is coming up a little bit more as a result of Matt's grab. But if we come back here, pressure, turning my hip. And that's in there, loving life. Boom. Okay. This will be a little more complex than you think. So basically what I'm doing is I'm taking what would have been his shoulder that I was using before and jamming up, and I'm now actually putting it on his forearm. But it's getting the same effect, okay? And isn't overly comfy. Remember, when we did the original, boom, boom, elbow was coming up, hips were turning, but they were also going forward, right? Remember that? The elbow is not coming up as much on this one just because it just can't. All right, but I'm still turning hips, but they're also still coming forward. Get this, because if I didn't, I would just roll over him and lose his hand. So I need to keep that pressure because he's going to be leaning forward, which means he's pulling his hand forward. So I'm going to chase that to get to here, and then okay. So it's smaller, but the rotation and the forward is still there. Okay, I see some people missing the forward aspect. So it's tough because I got a fulcrum over here, I have something moving over here, I have something moving here, and I have something moving here. I have a three-dimensional thing going on, which makes it very tough. You know, which is why you do it enough times and you just get the feeling. And that's why this is really kind of an important kata. Even from all of these, as we're going through them, see his arm is facing behind him? In all of these, the arm is always facing in front of him. That's how you get an arm roll. That's how you get a lock. I can't get it like this, right? I need to face this arm line in front of his face. So when we get this Hanbo, and then I have a Hanbo, as I move, oh, it's in front of his face. Yep. Then we just go from there. Okay? So if you want to, try it with just your other hand for a second. So this is gonna come off. Yeah, boom. Do this right here. Let's do it like this. Okay? Then we can go on and do other fun things from. I have to throw it in once a glass more. So here, he's got punch. Boom. Here. Go from here. Do that. Okay. So that grabs maybe here, right? He's here, kind of holding me, holding that shoulder down, beat me in the head, just start throwing. I'm just kind of getting up. We can do this technique. So he's gonna throw it. Boom. Here, right? Lock. And we get the break here. Or I can flip it back up. Break it that way. The leg out will be tougher, just because they're literally behind me. Okay? But here, you know, move over, get that trap, like we've had. Right? Get that tight here. From here, I'm just gonna put my hip behind it. I'm gonna have that same motion. So my hips are kind of turning now. They're turning in the same way they were going. They're just starting a little more open. Actually, no, they're starting almost exactly the same. Here. Right? I'm in the same position, hip-wise, in relationship to him. I'm just on the ground now. I have this here. Here, I can have the break this way, or I can let it go. I can break it that way. But if we look at it, did you see that my hips are just doing the same exact thing in relationship to Matt?
Sure.
So, just in case you don't, bladed, rotating, turning, going. Square to him. Bladed, rotated, turning, square to him. Is there a Hakon Dorian in there? I don't know. I don't think so. I have to be into here. Oh yeah, totally. You do this, and then I just roll backwards. So, it's everywhere. I tell you, it can happen everywhere. Don't try to pull them over your hip. Number one, it'll be incredibly hard to do, you know, unless you throw some pain in there or something like that. And they will probably land on your leg, which makes it even more difficult for me to move. So I'm not doing that. We didn't do that standing up. I didn't pull him in front of me. I got more behind him. So I'm here. I'm gonna leave his arm here. I'm gonna go underneath his arm and push him forward. I have all the room in the world with my leg. So I can totally adjust where I want to go. Okay, I see people, they're doing this and they're just laying that person on the leg. So once you get to this position here, get that lock, leave this here, you put you underneath and start pushing him out. Just like we were doing standing up. So that was Danshu. Bomb hand, projectile hand, bouncing hand, a lot of different something moving hands. Okay. Hard kata. All right. Just that move to get into here is difficult enough. Just be able to get them pretzel tied and be able to kick out a leg and break their arm is tough. But it shows so much. I mean, last 2 weeks we've looked at fulcrums. We've looked at using perfect body position against himself. We've looked at being light on this. We've looked at how to use it on the ground with Hanbos. We've looked at using it against punches and how to. You can dissect this and use this a lot. This is a very, very. This kata has, I'd say has everything, but has a lot of principles in here that you can really, really look at, which is amazing. I think. I think you just got to make sure that when you look at these katas, that you're not just looking at the form. Remember, the forms are the cliff notes, right? You see the form and it's like, oh, yeah, that's right. There's this. This is supposed to jar your memory. Literally, it's what it's supposed to. It's a blurb. It's a cliff notes of what it is. It's not supposed to be the thing that you copy. You're not supposed to get the perfect kata, and make it look like the form. You're supposed to remind yourself. And that's how they taught. They teach, and then they give you, oh, here's the form to jog to remember, because this is too much to remember.